Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rebecca Rice, and I teach family photographers how to gain a life of freedom through a thriving photography business. In today's video, I'm going to be talking through how to book out your fall mini sessions fast. I have a few tips and tricks up my sleeve. I've been doing this for many years, and I can't wait to share them with you. Let's jump in. All right, so first off, if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video so that other photographers like you can find it, and hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified when new videos go live. We're going to get into booking your fall minis fast, but first I wanted to let you know about a free guide that I have for you guys if you want something that you can hold or print off, or a PDF version. This is my 3K mini sessions blueprint that basically walks you through the steps that you need to book your first $3,000 in a single set of mini sessions. And I'm not talking shooting for 12 hours in a day. I'm talking like 2 to 3 hour time block of mini sessions on one day. So if you've never made more than $3,000 on a single set of minis, or maybe you have and you're trying to see if you can level up, maybe you've never shot minis before, this guide is for you. So you can download it. It's called my 3K mini sessions blueprint. You can find the link to download in the description of my video. It's totally free, so may as well. I think it'll be really helpful for your fall minis. Okay, so my biggest tips for booking out fall minis fast. The first one might come as a surprise to you, but it is don't use a setup. And when you hear the word mini sessions, a lot of times it's associated with some kind of cutesy setup, whether it be in a studio or outside, whatever. You have like the props and all the things. Well, what I have found, like I said, I've been doing minis for years and been teaching minis for years. What I've found, not only for myself, but across the board with my students nationwide, globally, is that doing fall minis without any kind of props or setup actually book them so much better and so much faster. Because here's the deal. And when I'm talking about fall minis, I'm not talking about Christmas. That is separate. That I do believe that you do need a setup for. But for fall minis, a lot of families in the fall are looking for some updated holiday cards, maybe some gifts for family or friends, maybe to update the photos around their house. And by doing like a cutesy setup, you're really limiting the way that they can use those photos. And so what I highly suggest doing is, for the fall, just picking pretty locations that your clients like to shoot at and do minis there. And so, for example, my team that shoots in Dallas, I have an associate team with photographers in all kinds of cities around the nation. But our Dallas team, one location that's really popular there is called Adriatica. And it is this really beautiful area that's modeled after a Croatian village. And so there's like cobblestone roads and stone buildings and this beautiful little chapel and a bridge and all kinds of stuff. It's stunning. And so we do minis at Adriatica. We don't use a setup. We just do Adriatica fall minis. And you can do this in a field. You can do it in, a little downtown square, whatever locations your clients like to shoot at, do that. And don't use a setup, but just do, location fall mini sessions. So Adriatica fall minis, or whatever it is that you're doing. And that helps really, really get those booked out, because people are able to use those photos in a lot of different ways. Another big tip that I have for booking out your fall minis fast is to use an image to advertise with a family in it. I can't tell you how many times photographers have come to me struggling because they, they're trying to book out their minis. They don't know why. And then I see the image they're using to promote, and there's no people in it. I'm telling you, your minis are 1,000 times more likely to book if there are people in the photos, a real family, because then the mom who's booking can see herself and her family in that photo and imagine like, oh my gosh, our family could be there. And so get yourself pictures with a family in it at the location that you're advertising. And so if you've already shot at that location, amazing. It doesn't have to be like a fall feel. If you have some from the fall, amazing. If not, no worries. Use what you have. I do have a preset in my Lightnary preset pack that is for fall, and it does help give a fall look, even if it doesn't look like fall in your image. So you can explore that, or just use what you have, what's already edited. If you don't have any photos at the location, maybe you're wanting to do a new location or whatever, go out and take some promo shots before you advertise so that you have photos with a real family at the location you're going to be shooting at so that people can get an idea of what it is those minis are going to look like. The third thing to keep in mind when trying to book out your fall minis fast is to give yourself ample amount of time to advertise. Good marketing takes time. Whether you have a huge audience or a tiny audience, it doesn't matter. Good marketing takes time. And so I tell my students to give yourself about 6 to 8 weeks to advertise. And that's from, start at your mini sessions date and count backwards. And that's how much you want to give. Now, even if you have a huge audience, I wouldn't suggest this of saying, you know what, I'm going to do minis in 2 weeks. You're probably not going to book them out unless you have a really, really massive, super engaged audience, which most everybody doesn't. And so the average photographer, I would say give yourself 6 to 8 weeks, and that gives you plenty of time to really book out your spots. So the next thing is to advertise to your email list first. Now, if you don't have an email list yet, start one today. Start one now. It's never too late to start an email list. If you wait, you're going to get, 6 months, a year from now, and still haven't started one. And if you start one today, then you'll see growth because you're only going to go up from here, from zero. So start an email list. And if you search my channel, search email marketing or email list, you will find several videos that I have walking through how to start an email list, how to grow your email list, all the things, what programs to use, everything like that. Flowdesk is my preferred email marketing system. So you can check that out. I've got tons of videos about it. But all that to say, when you start advertising your mini sessions, advertise to your email list first. Those are your VIPs, your warmest leads. They're people that already know you, like you, and trust you and are ready to book with you. And so advertise to them first, kind of give them a little VIP perk for being on your email list. They get priority access to all your spots. Then you can go to the public. So from there, when you go public with your advertising, you're going to want to, of course, post on your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, but that alone is not enough because only about 4% of your followers are actually seeing what you post. And so if you're just posting to your social media and calling that a marketing plan, it's not enough. You have to do more. And so some other things that you can do when you go public is you can post in local Facebook groups. If you've got mom groups or buy, sell, trade groups or neighborhood groups or anything like that, post in those if they allow advertising. Now, I know not every group like that does allow advertising, so no big deal. But if they do, take advantage of that opportunity to get in front of a large local audience for free. Another thing that you can do is you can partner with local businesses. So talk to preschools or pediatricians' offices or anybody that deals with families or kids and see if you guys can come up with something mutually beneficial where they will, either advertise your mini sessions or you can leave flyers at the front desk or things like that in exchange for maybe you offer headshots for their staff or, a free set of minis for, their leadership team or whatever. You can get creative there. But the key is to go public in ways that's not just posting on your Instagram and your Facebook page. And then finally, my last tip for booking out your fall minis fast is to, once you've advertised to your email list, you have gone public and done all the things that you can for free, the final thing is to run Facebook and Instagram ads to fill out those remaining spots. Now, some of you just heard that and cringed inside because you're like, oh my gosh, I could never. And I know that feeling. It's totally common. It's okay. But what I would say is Facebook and Instagram ads for mini sessions can be highly effective when they're done right. Now, don't just jump into those kind of ads without knowing what you're doing because that's a really great way to waste money. But with proper guidance and teaching, then you can create a campaign that does really well. And I have students that book literally, last fall I had several students that booked $20,000 or more of mini sessions and a handful of full sessions from ads that they started in the fall. And so you absolutely can see incredible results, and their ad spend was really low for those. And so don't feel like you have to spend, tens of thousands of dollars on ads to see results. That's just not true. But like I said, don't jump into it without knowing what you're doing. I do have some like Facebook ad videos, so you can search that. And when I say Facebook ad, that includes Instagram because they're all run by the same people. And so you can search that on my channel and, you can get started with Facebook and Instagram ads. So there you have it. Those are some things that you can do to book out your fall mini sessions fast this year. I'm really excited to see you implement those things. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, you can go ahead and comment them below, and I'd love to come through and answer. Or you can always find me on Instagram at Rebecca Rice Photography and shoot me a DM there. I'd love to chat with you there as well. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I can't wait to hear how your fall minis go as you start advertising. So with that, we'll go ahead and close out, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye guys.